Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Wan Wahiduzaman bin Waramli and my number metric is 281024 and I will explain about the introduction of decision analysis tools. What is the decision analysis tools? The decision analysis tools help you to map out all the possible alternatives to your decision. It costs as well as chance of success or a failure. This application provides us a useful way to make the right choice of simplifying the decision-making process and by drawing a diagram. The typical decision analysis tools involve defining the problem, gathering the information, identifying the alternative, and reviewing or monitoring the result. There are many different decision analysis tools that are used by a manager to help them choose among the alternatives and make a right decision. In some instances, it makes the combination of a couple of different decision-making strategies and help them to achieve the best result.
My name is Normaira Bente Disham and I am the next presenter. One of the widely used decision analysis tools is marginal analysis. Marginal analysis involves a cost versus benefits comparison of various business activities. Using this method, the cost of an activity is measured against gradual changes in volume to determine how the overall change in cost will affect the bottom line of business. This is an effective tool for decision analysis because it takes preference, resources, and informational constraints into account, so managers can make more optimal decisions based on this information. The second tool is force field analysis. A force field analysis is a decision analysis tool which clarifies the advantages and disadvantages of making a decision. It is an important tool for project managers and executives, and basically anyone who needs to get a firm grasp of the underlying issues before making a big decision. There is a few steps provided that you need to follow if you want to conduct this analysis into your organizations. The next one is strategy map. A strategy map is a visual representation of an organization's overall objectives and how they relate to one another. This map is created during the strategic planning process and is used as a primary reference material during periodic strategy check-in and review meetings. There is 4 typical categories of objectives that organizations used, such as finance, customer, internal processes, and people/learning and growth.
Assalamualaikum, hi. My name is Muhammad Hazim Behelmi and my metric is 20774. I would like to continue this video presentation with my next 3 decision-making tool. The first decision-making tool is SWOT diagram. A SWOT analysis is a technique for evaluating these 4 areas of your business. SWOT analysis is a simple tool that can assist you in analyzing what your organization does best right now and developing a successful future strategy. What is SWOT stand for? SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis can help you identifying the forces that can influence a strategy, action, and initiative. This information can be used to guide you in the right decision and support your business decision. To get the full picture, it is essential to take multi-viewpoint into the account. Next is decision-making diagram. Decision-making diagram are graphs that enable you to map out the decision you have been taken. It is one of the best decision-making methods that helps you to estimate eventual action based on the outcome and risk. You can use this diagram for planning team strategy. Those are advantages of decision-making diagram. The first one is how easy they are to understand. Next, they can be useful with or without hard data, and any data requires minimal preparation. Next one is new optional can be added to the existing trees. And the last one is the value is picking out the best of several options. Those are examples of decision-making diagram. My next decision-making tool is cause and effect or Ishikawa diagram. This is also called as fishbone diagram. Cause and effect or Ishikawa diagram show the cause of the particular event. It can be used for product design and to check its quality and identify possible factors causing an overall effect. You can group costs into categories to find source of variation. These are the common questions for fishbone diagram. When to use the fishbone diagram? Fishbone diagram are be used when to identifying a possible cause for a problem. And the next one is when a team thinking tend to fall into ruts. These are examples of fishbone diagram. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Nur Mariam binti Ahmad Ali Zubey, matrix number 279208, and now I am going to present the decision matrix and the break-even analysis. Firstly, I am going to present the decision matrix. A decision matrix is a table that helps you to visualize and choose the best possible solution or the best option among a few options available. To create a decision matrix, firstly, we must list our decision alternatives as row. As you can see based on the example here, there are 3 companies as option, which is company A, B, and C. Followed by, we must list relevant factors as column. As you can see under the criteria here, there are 5 relevant factors, which is cost, service level, ease of termination, contract length, and financial strength. Next, we must establish a consistent scale to assess the value of each combination of alternatives and factors. Next, we must determine how important each factor is towards making our final decision and assign weight accordingly. As you can see on the weighting here, the cost is weight 5, service level is 4, ease of termination is 4, contract length is 2, and financial strength is 3. After that, we multiply our original ratings by the weighted rankings. As you can see, we score the score here. There are 5, 3, 2, 4, and 4, and we must multiply this score with the weighting, and we will get the total, which is 25, 12, 8, 8, and 12. The same goes to the 2 other companies. And lastly, the option that scores the highest will win, which is company B with the highest score, 78. Secondly is the break-even analysis. Break-even analysis is used to calculate and examine the margin of safety. It is an economic calculation to determine the number of products or services needed to sell to cover the costs. We must determine the level of sales that are necessary to cover a company's total fixed costs. The formula for break-even point is fixed cost divided by selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. As you can see the example here, the fixed cost is 100,000 ringgit, the selling price per unit is 50 ringgit, and the variable cost per unit is 10 ringgit. After calculating this, we will get 2,500 units. This means that the company must sell 2,500 units to break even.
Hi, my name is Nur Atira Izzati binti Muhammad Zahir. My metric number is 281119. I will present about Pareto analysis. It is also known as 18 per 20% rules, meaning 20% of your activities will account for 80% of your result, and 80% of your activity will account for 20% of your result. It is used for prioritizing possible change by identifying the problem and resolve them. Video paradigm help to add or input data to Pareto chart easily. It is one of the best tools of decision making that enable to change chart fonts and colors without any hassles. Next is about path metric. Path metric is a diagram that is used to evaluate alternative solutions for business. It helps you to determine which solutions are more valuable than the others. This method does not require a massive amount of quantitative data. Psychologia is a tool that provides a score for every option you have entered. This app enables you to find the highest score. It helps individuals to find the important or specific criteria over others. That's all.
And lastly, the conclusion of the decision analysis tools. Among the 10 decision analysis tools provided, only 4 of them are often used by the company to determine the decision making they want to do. First is the margin analysis, and then the SWOT diagram, the decision matrix, and the Pareto analysis. Once you have determined which the decision analysis tool strategies work best for you, you cannot stop there. Being able to consistently make the right decision is too important. In fact, the decision effectiveness is 95% correlate with the financial performance. So it is critical for a managers to keep track the decision that they make and how they turn out. The decision is ongoing process and the best way to keep us to use the data dashboard. The dashboard allows the managers and the executive to get the information from the multiple data source in one system so they can see how the business is performing against the goals. And that's all. Thank you.